Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be going through and talking about my Season 6 predictions here in NBA 2K25. My team, unfortunately, these prediction videos aren't quite as fun to make as they used to be because we are aware that there's a limited amount of cards that are coming, in all honesty, but I'm going to give y'all some names and some opinions on some cards that I think could be coming here in Season 6 and kind of a theme that I could see for this season as well. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's talk. So we will start with looking over the cards that we got in Season 5, which included Pro Pass, Level 40, Domination, Ascension, and then level up cards pretty much were the rest of them. I guess a couple of, they included the exchange cards in here as well. So Jaylen Brown, Mikal Bridges, Daniel Gafford, Jalen Suggs, Jeremy Sohan, and Gerald Green were all the weekly exchange cards. Not going to try to predict those. And honestly, not really going to try to predict the level up cards either, but I will predict one level up card, and he has a tie-in to the Pro Pass prediction as well. Before that, we'll get to a couple of other predictions, starting with Ascension. Actually, before we get into the predictions for the cards, my thought for Season 6 is that it will be a playoff-themed season, to a certain extent at least. And I think the rewards will be associated with current players, maybe not all players who are going to be in the playoffs this year, although I do think it is possible that they will be. But it will be interesting for sure to see what exactly it looks like. I do think it will be a current player themed season though. Probably. We got a lot of historic players last season with Arvidas, B-Roy, McAdoo, Isaiah, guys like that. I mean, obviously Reeves is a current player on a team that's going to make the playoffs, but with the exception of him, it feels like this could make a lot of sense for Season 6 as a playoffs themed season. And hopefully that means we get some sort of playoff festival, maybe a playoff themed domination or something along those lines. I'm sure we're going to get a domination because we've gotten one every single week this year, but I'm going to start with Ascension, and my prediction for Ascension is going to be Dark Matter Fred VanVleet. Boring, I know, but he is the starting point guard on the 2 seed in the Western Conference right now, a team that is absolutely a playoff team and maybe a championship contender, depending on how they look on a good night. They've been playing really good basketball as of late. The Rockets are great, and I think Fred VanVleet, he's a guy who's very overlooked. He's also the perfect name because Ascension cards generally aren't exciting. Isaiah Thomas last season. Season before that, the Ascension reward was a Pink Diamond Dominique Wilkins that wasn't all that good. The season before that, it was... who was it? Kevin Love, I believe, or maybe he was a level up reward. I don't even remember who it was. Was it Jay Crowder? I think it was Jay Crowder in Season 3. Season 2 was Buddy Hield. It's just never anybody particularly exciting. Maybe I'm going the wrong direction, picking back up point guards after back-to-back point guards after last season's was Isaiah Thomas, but I feel like a Dark Matter Fred VanVleet would make a lot of sense as an Ascension reward. He's not exciting. Ascension rewards generally aren't, but he's a good player on a team that's going to make the playoffs this year, and he feels like a pretty easy option for Ascension. Now, Domination, I personally believe will be another, I think Domination will be another pretty good player. I mean, McAdoo was really solid. The season before that, Walton was a little bit disappointing, but Season 3's Domination was Draymond, who honestly wasn't that bad. Season 2 was, who was the Domination was Season 2? Oh, KCP. KCP was pretty darn solid in Season 2 as well. So some pretty solid Domination awards this year. And I'm going to add another guy who I think would be a really nice Domination reward as a prediction, and that is a Dark Matter Miles Turner. Not a massive name, but a guy who is generally a very good card in 2K. And maybe I'm again making the mistake of predicting the same position back-to-back seasons. I don't think that really matters that much. And I do think Miles Turner is a guy who hasn't gotten a card in a long time. He's obviously, I would say he's not a huge 2K fan favorite, but he's certainly a card people like. He's a card people enjoy watching or enjoy playing with, and is generally pretty good in 2K. So he's a guy who definitely, to me, would make a good amount of sense as a Domination reward, as a good, not great card who would definitely interest some people, if nothing else. So I certainly would be interested to see a Domination reward at Miles Turner personally, and hopefully that's a card that we do get, because I think that'd be a pretty neat card. Moving on to level up rewards, and like I said, my level up reward is tied into who I think the Pro Pass reward is going to be. Y'all can probably guess who that is. But my level up reward prediction is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. At level 35, I think we get a Dark Matter Jaren this season. And the reason that I say that is because it is tied into my Pro Pass prediction. 2 guys on the Memphis Grizzlies on a playoff team, both of whom haven't gotten cards in a while. Jaren obviously as the level up reward, and then Ja Morant as the Pro Pass reward. Maybe that's flipped. Maybe Jaren's the Pro Pass, Ja is the level 35. But either way, a Dark Matter version of both those guys. Neither of them have Dark Matters. Both of them are on playoff teams this year, and they would have, in my opinion, a dynamic duo. This might be wishful thinking, but it's just a prediction I'm throwing out there. A Jaren Jackson, Ja Morant, Dark Matter, dynamic duo that puts them both as either better Dark Matters or 100 overalls. Again, 100 overall Dark Matter or dynamic duo is probably wishful thinking, but again, Ja's only 6'3" at point guard, and he generally doesn't have the greatest SIGs, although I'm sure his Dark Matter would be slightly better, at least in that aspect. Wouldn't be like the most overpowered dynamic duo ever, but it'd be a very fun dynamic duo, and I think it'd be a really cool dynamic duo to connect a bit with real life NBA again. So that to me, I think would be a really neat concept, is if they gave us Ja and Jaren as an interconnected set of cards that could be a dynamic duo for the playoffs. And then I will say, for my level 40 reward, I am predicting a 100 overall, and I do think this 100 overall, a little bit of an underrated name in terms of 2K. Generally, he's not that great in 2K because of his jump shot, but he's on the best team in the Eastern Conference. I think he could be awesome if they actually gave him the proper animations and things of that nature, which seems realistic. And I do think we're going to get a 100 overall card. And that player, weird prediction, I know, 100 overall Evan Mobley. That's my prediction. I'm throwing it out there. I think they go playoff theme season, current players on playoff teams. Evan Mobley is going to be my prediction for a 100 overall card here in Season 6 of NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. I would be surprised personally if the level 40 reward isn't a 100 overall period, considering we've gotten 100 overalls all throughout Season 5 in each weekly drop. We got a Dark Matter Season 4 in D Wade. We got a Dark Matter Season 5 in B Roy. Feels like Season 6 is 100 overall time. And Evan Mobley is a guy who has only gotten a Pink Diamond and a Galaxy Opal card this year. He's been really, really good. I think he's one of the casually more underrated players in basketball. Now, I would not say people who watch the NBA consistently underrate him. And I think if 2K changed his jump shot, he would be awesome at the power forward position. Really fun card, super versatile, athletic. Obviously, as 100 overall, he'd be able to do everything. But I think he's a great player who's never really gotten a lot of love in 2K. This would be the perfect opportunity for him to get an awesome card as one of the best players on a championship contending team in a playoff themed set, or a playoff themed season, I should say. So that's what I'm crossing my fingers for. We'll see if we get anything like that, but I think it would be neat if we did. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what y'all think of my predictions down below. I know they're a little bit unique, I would say, to a certain extent, but sometimes that's what it's got to be, and I just decided to get creative with it. So we'll see if I get literally any of these right. Very high possibility I get literally none of these right, but I thought I'd share my thoughts with y'all. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.